Now we've got Melissa Carlson, who is the founder of PD Next Steps and a exercise guru, and mostly good things are said about her in the community. Lots of sore people leaving her gym, but that's a good thing. She has done absolute wonders with her programs, helping people to help themselves. As you can tell by my redeveloped gut, I haven't been working with her.
You know
so
where to
please.
Find us. Well, if you guys aren't awake after that last little blurb, I was like, here we are, we're going to get together, we're going to move a little, wake everybody up, but I think we're probably all pretty awake. However, let's get the blood flowing again. Just real quick, there's no squatting, but I did think to the people that have been to my classes before, we squat a lot. If we squatted every time we heard the word exercise today, we would have legs and bums of steel, you guys, because we've heard that word exercise a lot today. So just a little side note. Okay, so why don't you guys go ahead and scoot back from your table if you can. We're just going to do real quick. Don't worry. There's no squatting. You can stay seated the whole time. And just start marching in place. Yeah. Good. And we're going to add some arm movement. Good. And of course, if you've ever been in one of my classes too, we always add a little bit of a cognitive piece. So I want to hear you. Turn on your voices. We're going to say every other letter in the alphabet, and we're going to start at D, like dog, okay? You ready? Okay, here we go. D, F, H, J, L, N, P, R, T, V, X, Z. Good job. That wasn't so bad now. All right, yeah. Interlock those fingers. Reach, roll. That's a nice stretch, especially we've been seated for a while. Let's come all the way down to the floor. And then we're going to use our voices again. And big power up, reaching for the ceiling. And we're going to say a big hello. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello. Yeah, see, that wasn't bad, you guys, was it? All right, I'm going to come over where my notes are because I need them. All right, I'm really excited to be here today and honored to talk about a subject that can be confusing, somewhat daunting, and there's a lot of indiscretion, if you will, about how do we exercise, what do we do? So thank you for that introduction. My name is Melissa Carlson. I am the owner of PD Next Steps. It's an exercise wellness program for people with Parkinson's. And I have been so fortunate to work with this amazing community for the past 7 years. I get to see daily how exercise can really impact this disease. And it's the best thing I've ever done. So Michael J. Fox once said, I often say I don't have any choice whether or not I have Parkinson's, but surrounding that non-choice is a million other choices that I can make. Exercising and moving your body is a choice, and it's one that you all can do. You just showed me. So there we go. There's my little dig right there. And exercise can drastically improve your quality of life, which is exactly what we've kind of heard today as well. Whether you're a daily exerciser or you're I'll exercise when I feel like it, or anything in between, I hope you take a little nugget from this discussion and use it as motivation, momentum, or inspiration to continue to move your body. In order to fully understand about exercise and how it can help you the most, I thought it would be best to go back to the basics. So today, we're going to talk about who, what, where, when, why, and how of exercise. Who? This is pretty basic. You or someone you know has been diagnosed with Parkinson's. He's kind of a scary man. I have to work on that clip art. What? Exercise. Exercise is defined as an activity requiring physical effort carried out to sustain or improve health and fitness. Everyone, as we know, should exercise for physical and mental well-being. Being active is particularly important for people with Parkinson's. Exercise is an important way to manage the symptoms. It helps you maintain your ability to do everyday activities. Those that are grandparents, it helps you be able to get down on the floor with your grandchild. Men, it helps you help with your spouse with the dishwasher, putting laundry away. You know, all those fun things that I know we all like to do. Reaching for that top glass to get your beer mug or wine glass or whatever. All these things, exercise helps you continue to maintain throughout your life. Exercise also improves muscle strength, flexibility, bone density, not to mention it's really good for our hearts, and it's important as we age. Guess what? And it helps your mood. Happy people exercise, or exercise makes people happy, excuse me. Moving on. Where can you exercise? Anywhere. That's right. Thank you. Yes. These pictures just show a little snippet of all the different varieties of exercise you can do. Finding something to do is critical that you enjoy. Let me try that again. Finding something you enjoy doing is critical because you're going to continue to do it and be motivated to do it. Exercise is a daily achievement. We have a huge community of exercises here in Central Ohio. We have this beautiful facility. There's gyms, there's other classes around, there's boxing, there's dancing, I mean, you name it. We are very fortunate here in Central Ohio to have endless options. If you have never tried a group fitness class, I strongly urge you to try one. And challenge yourself. Guys, we know you like to be in the gym and lift weights. Try a dance class. It's good for you. It builds brain cells, and it's a different skill you can enjoy for a long time. It's better on your joints, too. The Parkinson's Foundation, I know you guys at home can't see this, but recently released recommendations for the kind of exercises they recommend people with Parkinson's to engage in. And that includes aerobic activity, strength training, balance, agility, and multitasking, and stretching. If you are unsure where to turn, if you're at home, or if you're even outside of Central Ohio, the Ohio Health website, Delay the Disease, has several class options. The Michael J. Fox Foundation also will give you some insight on where you can find some exercise classes, and the Parkinson's Foundation. When should you exercise? I think you'll find most movement disorder specialists will tell you to exercise when your medications are on, when you're in your on period, when you feel your best. That's obviously going to be different for everybody, but when you are on, you will move better, you'll move bigger, and you'll feel better, and want to continue to exercise for longer during those times. Here's a little pro tip I have for you. Schedule your exercise like your medication. If you take exercise at 9, then maybe start your exercise at 10, give it an hour or so. But schedule it like you would do your medication, because that's how important it is to incorporate into your daily life. Make a plan the night before. Set your clothes out. I have people that actually sleep in their clothes before class the night before. You know, whatever works, you know, so. But it's just, you know, tell your spouse, get everybody involved, your family, grab a friend to go for a nice power walk. Whatever is going to make it so it's easier for you to remember and to carry on and incorporate it into your daily life. Why? This is a big thing that we always talk about. Because you can. You have the ability, like Michael J. Fox, this is a choice of yours. You have the ability to move your body. How? We've touched on a lot of this earlier, but finding something you enjoy doing is just so key, because you're going to want to do it, you're going to be motivated to do it, you're going to want to continue to do it. So for everybody, that's different. I said, you know, if you've never taken a group fitness class, and find one, try it out. Chances are you're going to really enjoy it. The one thing we haven't touched on yet is your heart rate. So the big key that we want is for you to be breathless. Everybody says, well, how do I know? How do I know if I'm in that little sweet spot? And I'm not going to give you those direct numbers, because it is different for everybody depending on your age and your condition level. So what is breathless? Breathless is when you're having to catch your breath, right? So how do you, if you don't have a heart rate monitor, how do you judge that? Well, I tell my group that if you can talk to your neighbor while you're exercising, you're probably not breathless. If you can say more than 6 to 7 words in a row, you're probably not breathless. If you're on the elliptical machine at the gym, cruising along and belting out zippity-doo-dah, you're probably not breathless, okay? So getting that to where you're having to, okay, and the goal of that is 150 minutes a week. That is that moderate to vigorous exercise that is really going to benefit you the most. So you might be thinking to yourself, okay, this is not making any sense. So let me kind of bring it all back together. 150 minutes is goal, okay? That can be however you see fit. That can be 30 minutes 5 days a week. That could be, 45 minutes 3 days a week. More is better. When I say 150 minutes, that's minimum, okay? The people that are exercising 6 to 7 days a week are showing to have better quality of life and managing their Parkinson's symptoms a little better than those that are exercising 1 or 2 days a week. More is better. Now, having said that, it's very important to make sure that you have the okay, and if you've got heart conditions or whatever, to make sure all of your medical team is on board and saying, yes, it's okay that you do this. That's the first question when someone comes to me, that's the first question I ask is, have you ever been told not to exercise? Because a lot of people have heart conditions, so we need to make sure that all those I's are dotted and T's are checked. So make sure that you've got all that permission. Find something you enjoy doing it and get your heart rate up. Get that breathless. Don't sing zippity-doo-dah, okay? Well, you can, but just only go zippity-doo-dah and then catch your breath. All right, the last piece I want to talk about is the intent of your moves. Parkinson's has a tendency to make your moves smaller. And this is where I highly encourage you to be in front of a mirror. Even a picture, if you're exercising in front of a picture, if you can kind of see your outline. Because, for instance, if you're doing jumping jacks and you're like, yeah, I'm doing these big jumping jacks. Here's my jack. And no, you think you're doing this, and you're doing this, okay? So having that visual feedback is really important, which is also why attending a group fitness class where you can be monitored by someone, having a physical therapist, an exercise physiologist, anyone that can monitor your movements. Let's wrap up. Challenge yourself. Participate in an activity you wouldn't normally do. Try new things. Consistency matters. This is not about one time a week and then, I'll maybe get to it. I don't know if I feel like it or whatever. Consistently exercising through the week will get your blood pumping, heart pounding, and it'll stimulate your brain. Try to change up your exercises, add some strength training, balance exercises, challenge your brain like we just, we did the alphabet, every other letter. There's millions of things that you can do to challenge your brain while you're exercising. And 150 minutes, remember that, minimum. 150 minutes a week that you should be exercising, moderate to vigorous intensity. Be intentional with your movements. Have a mirror, have a friend, look at a picture, attend a group fitness class, see a physical therapist or an exercise physiologist. Moving your body on a regular basis will provide a higher quality of life for now and in the future. Moving your body on a regular basis will keep you mobile and independent for longer. And finally, Parkinson's disease does not define you. There's so much hope out there. Exercise is an excellent way to manage your symptoms, both motor and non-motor, and a choice that you can make that will benefit you for years to come. I'm going to leave you with something that I have told my children growing up when they've participated in their sports and activities. I'm going to change it a little bit because at the end I always said I love you, and you guys might get a little freaked out if I said that to you. So here it is. Be smart, be safe, work hard, and keep moving because you can.